blood can't be cold when poetry is read. What are you buying with all that money? Finding holes on the road to collapse into, drive into, sink into. Let that sink in. Let your density be your guide. Let me be your McFly when social services stagnate, when boomers and Gen X, Z, and millennials slouch before a Photoshop sketch. Green screens and flying monkeys, deep fakes and snowflakes, cucks, trolls, incels, libtards. How is it that you did not pass English classes? You dazzle with your prepositions and passive nouns. Please, let's give them the mass movement they are afraid of. The light is mine. Go home to your loved ones and families, your secretive friends. How did asphalt feel? Did you ride the paver flat or scramble for the coat? I read nearly all you wrote. Late into night and early with morning thirst sought your cup. I fought for you, watched your soaps, your strokes, pet your dogs, taped tracing paper together during that writing fever dream. I gave you soul while you gave them the mass movement they are afraid of. On the road to hell, to your Copernicus and rotational devices, to a centering of you, of me, with politicos orbiting our head cheese, our swing bands. Below us, Orwell and huge amounts of usage. Nation of laws. Nation of loss. Land population of lakes and trees. You gave them the mass movement they are afraid of. I found myself, all 17 jagged pieces, all 62 irregular segments and curves at the bottom of your brilliant, dark ocean. I found you within hundreds of crimson snapdragons, endless petals of blood cells, corpuscles of fluid volatility, plasma-rich, cell to cell to cell, never-ending piece, segment, curve. We always outnumber a fluid dollar, hair strand, skin, cell to axon to nerve to I am you. We reroute, restart, re-brighten, refuse to repack and bury the mass movement they are afraid of. Poem born of music and commercials. So often this happens, this difficulty with believing what the land communicates, what humans derive limping to altars, involuntary, awkward, the blanding of our interactions, branding of our strategies, our relevance, timelessness, receptiveness crushed, our story flattened like oranges, a burst of dirt grins back. The person with the stick is confusing. My God, man, how do you even, leave the house? It's awkward, believe that. Crypt during holidays, more challenging than family, and more family. I was terrible as a child. More brat, less bully. Small strikes, big fire. Television, lucid, kind. I would say crafty, but I've never been that clever. It's possible the curious got blanded from me. I'd seen the alcohol of death while the body got left within sheets, and the organism that emerged swallowed my heart soul, leaving fractures, leaving time behind. If I am the criteria of my cells, my tissue, that I plummet deeper in water, concrete neck, shoe show, I imbue, rattle, and title, sinking with a smirk, I leave nothing beyond our interactions, impulses, our awkward embrace, Mr. Time. I leave a space for bubbles bursting at the surface like weeds. in the country after Larry Levis. My country greased civility. My country embraces meme and wraps superficial round its skinnying shoulders. My country cannot see straight for its triggers and magazines. And that is aspic and tongue and a lark. My country lives in detours and is no longer ours, no longer what my love and I invented. At the table we weep for our country, that it may one day grow to love itself, its characters and wilds. Our country believes in collections rather than birds and smoke. Our country cannot see crumbling streets for the buildings of neon wrap my country's bones in dizzy light. My love and I watch the foolish hand stir the collective and change the topic. My love and I hunched together, wondering how we lost it. We fucked the country out of God and money. Our Holy One now a bright fallow field holding on to pennies and aluminum cans for recycling. When my head hurt, Dr. Ellen's needles engaged my fog and my throb. I could not look away from a pickle party fucking the country out of God and out of money. The soft powers pour nakedly, pour into memes. What little faith I have left in us is often hosed down before our very us. Headaches don't frequent my brain damaged. I remember the word for dog is dog. God begat. God strayed from the one path and instead ended the other path. 17 westbound 2. All seriousness 2. We didn't deserve what we had, and 2. Let's be clear about what you desire belief in. Clearing a plate, a process summoning perpetual spring, frequent fall, and sugar cubes. Clearing a field may be as easy as dicing cucumbers and clearing the breadboard from the pickle party, fucking the country out of God and out of money. A column of spinal cords, my head a Yahtzee of vertebrae. None of you in office recall this life, this joy. No, your mothers are not proud. The body never retires. This arm is wary, holding you up my decoration, my ring of heavy power. No glow code, uncoded mouthful. Tie you down once more over the stovetop with your loose shirt. I adore you for this moment. You taste like home. Maddening how you visit often. No invitation, no call. Staring up from the floor, the rhythm of the ceiling calls to me. Tremble or rise. Tremble or rise against the chaos of our time. Use your body. Stretch, twist, evacuate. Place rubble in the cold of your birth. Place of no shade, no history, appearing on no map. And which finger gets the ring? Honey drips along our thread, our fiber tie one eye socket to hive mind. Take your time, snowball, all descent under your frozen, dead ground. Yet you walked to the microphone. No invitation, no summons for you to appear. Vulgar as dish soap. Iron will, willingness. Will you be here next century? Carpenters and socialites? Fool ready? I need broth. Scallions. I need a spice for reversing disasters. Floods of disinformation. Shaman of hard drugs. Officer of incense and fleeting encounters like when you put me in your mouth, lathered me with spit, and down I went. You ate me! Simple as a bad blue. One mean reading carried me into treetops, left me alone, guideless. I like this. I like this oral tradition very much. Maddening crowd vanquished with a snap. A bell rings and the world leaves, dusty and frail. Your voice echoes still, air bubbles. My will walks the beach, sea foam, bluster. I will be lazy for a spell. Why get upset over guns? Does murder really bother a 63-inch plasma? Betray incomes and STEM courses? A God-given sky, right? Glass bulb, oh my stars, gift planet, error code, no receipt, no exchange. Figure it all the fuck out on your own, baby.